Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. The Groundwork update for Astroneer launched today, so let's take a quick look at what's new. First up, all the new in-game items. The biggest addition is the paver, which costs 5,000 bytes and is created on a small printer using one aluminum alloy and one silicone. Attached to the front of a vehicle, you can now lay down new terrain as long as you don't run out of soil. Now you can build bridges, ramps, and more. For me, I'm just happy that I can now easily cover the massive pits I've created all over the surface of Glacio as a mine for ammonium. Of course, you can use the drill and the paver together for all kinds of creative uses. And if you decide to dig down, you get some serious speed going with that combination. Of course, to use them both together, you have to have the large rover. But this is going to be a game changer for people who like to speed run to the core of each planet. To make sure you don't run out of soil, the medium canister holds soil that is the equivalent of 16 regular canisters, and it'll cost 2,500 bytes and requires one plastic and one glass to create on the small printer. The medium canister also features a handy autofill slot that allows it to cycle through attached small canisters to transfer their soil, or it can work in reverse and be used to automatically fill any attached canisters. There are also 3 new horns in the game. A small trumpet horn costs 1,000 bytes and can be printed from your backpack using one plastic. And here's what it sounds like. The medium buggy horn will cost 2,000 bytes and requires one plastic and one rubber to be created on the small printer. And finally, the large foghorn will cost 4,000 bytes and requires one plastic, one rubber, and one steel to be created on the medium printer. Take a listen. Just in case you wondered what all 3 horns sound like together, well, there is one new visor and suit palette available just for logging into the game, and a new unlockable visor reward. You unlock this visor once you have found and planted a certain type of seed. Now, I don't want to spoil it for you in case you want to discover which one it is on your own, but I will leave that in the description down below. Speaking of those seeds, the Groundwork update also includes new flora that you can find both on Aatrox and Visanya. Digging one up gives you a seed that you can plant anywhere in game. There are numerous variations, so be sure to collect them all. And I'll even show you some of them fully grown near the end of this video. By the way, if you don't plant them right the first time, don't worry about it, just dig it up and you get a seed again. Vehicles in Astroneer have received a very welcome in-air stabilization in addition to manual controls. Rovers will automatically self-correct their rotation while airborne, making them less likely to tip over. You can also adjust the pitch and roll of rovers while airborne using the WASD keys or the left thumbstick on a controller. And you can change up your settings for control over yaw versus roll in the options menu. And you know, the new paver does allow you to build ramps right up into the heavens. Now, I ran out of soil before I found a height limit, so I'm not sure if there is one. But since I have that huge ramp in place, I suppose this is the perfect time to test out the new airborne manual controls in a large rover. Here goes. On top of that, drill controls and the drill UI have been overhauled to bring them more in line with the current terrain tool cursor. The drill UI remains visible even when you cannot see the drill itself, so you can more easily see which direction you'll be digging in. These are very welcome additions, and I'm sure players across the solar system will agree that these changes make drilling on a vehicle much easier to manage. The update also included various performance and quality of life improvements, but I'll let you head over to the System Era forums or their Discord server so you can read the patch notes for yourself. One thing I am sad about though is any shuttle that accidentally gets left in orbit will now be deleted from the game. Now look, I realize that such things were a big hit on performance, but I will miss seeing a shuttle in permanent orbit around Calidor in the save file that we used to remove a mountain by way of blowing up 10,000 canisters of hydrogen. But quality of life updates are important. And there are a couple that I did not see mentioned in the patch notes that I thought were worth covering. First, there has been a slight change in the settings menu. If you look at the various volume settings, among others, the sliders are new and they make adjustments much simpler. And for everybody who lamented that the smelter was not automatically pulling resources to smelt, you can let out a big woohoo. That's right, as you can see here, the smelter is automatically picking up the organic I just created with the soil centrifuge and is burning them into carbon. And that's pretty much everything for an overview look at the Groundwork update for Astroneer. Overall, it's a great little update to tide us over for a few weeks until servers, the PS4 launch, and creative mode all drop in November. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this update, so leave a comment down below or join us at the Vainglorious Discord server. And please join me tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time over at twitch.tv/Vainglorious Gaming, where I'll be streaming Astroneer and taking a more in-depth look at everything new in the Groundwork update. Until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.